starting week 2 of our Feed a Family of 4 for $100 a week challenge. So we are full-fledged in week 2. This morning, our brunch was one meal that was left over from last week with the naked wonton soup. But tonight is, even though it's the first, it's a Monday, and it's a meatless Monday for us. So we are having 2 cheese eggplant bake with marinara. You know, handy dandy notebook. All right, so just want to go over the ingredients real quick. When I edited the last video for last week, it was really long, so I'm gonna try to shorten it for this week and give you some of your time back. You know, I enjoy y'all coming here and sharing it with me, but we want to shrink this down a little bit. So let's get into the ingredients. Okay, so first things first, we have our 2 eggplants, and I have them here in a bowl. I skinned them because I really don't love skin on eggplants. It's usually kind of tough when you get the big Bertha chubby kind like this, the Black Beauty. I don't really love the skin of it. It always remains a little too tough for me even after the meat in the center is half cooked. So I skinned them. We also have 2 8-ounce mozzarellas. So the one that I really wanted was this one here for the fresh mozzarella, but the grocery store I went to, this was the very last one. So I'm supplementing it with a brick of the Lucerne store brand mozzarella cheese. So this will be cheese number 1 of the mozzarella. We also have 4 to 5 ounces of Parmesan cheese that I also shredded. I have 1 bunch of parsley, which has already been cleaned, and it's just the leaves. And then we have 3 of these cans of just tomato sauce. There's 3 8-ounce cans. And then we have our black pepper. We're going to need a half a teaspoon of that. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of oil. And we're going to need 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, give or take. And then half a teaspoon of salt. So that basically runs you down everything that we're going to do or put together to make this meal. It's very much like eggplant parmesan, except it's not fried. It's all baked in the oven. So first things first is to turn on your oven to 450 degrees, which I've done. I've washed and dried all the produce, and I've sliced up my eggplant to about a 1/4 inch thick. Now I'm going to toss it with the oil, the salt, and the pepper. All right, so that's that. I've got that tossed with oil, some salt, and some pepper. The very next step of this is to get yourself a very large baking tray and lay these out in a single layer so that they can go in the oven for their first round of cooking. Let me get these laid out. Okay, so here we are. Everything is laid out in a single layer on a very large baking sheet. I'm going to stick this in the oven at 450 degrees for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, I'm going to flip them all over and cook them for another 5. So 15 minutes all up. Flip it somewhere halfway through. All right, let's see this when it comes out. All right, so our eggplant is still cooking. I'm about to stop and flip it over at the halfway mark. In the meantime, I've opened all 3 cans. I've washed the can tops off before I opened it, okay? Don't just put whatever nastiness into your can as you open it. Rinse off those tops, clean them, because you don't know what has come in contact with it before it came in contact with you. Open up the cans, toss it in with half of the minced parsley, okay? Then we're gonna add some salt and Italian seasoning to this. This is your marinara. Let me go flip them eggplant. All right, so we're back. The eggplant is done with its roasting process. I flipped it halfway through, roasted the other side. Now I have my actual casserole dish, and this is kind of like eggplant lasagna. So we put down a little layer of sauce. Now we have our eggplant on top of the sauce. Now we're gonna hit it with the cheeses. A layer of mozzarella. Choose your mozzarella, whichever one you want. I'm gonna go with the fresh one because that's the one I really wanted in the first place. So I'm gonna lay that out, then top it again with sauce. After the cheeses, back to the sauce, back to the eggplant, and so on and so forth. So I'll take you through the finished product. All right, here we are all layered up. Now this is going back in the oven for about another 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna put some foil on top because it's still sitting at 450 degrees. So I'm gonna put a layer of foil back in for 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna check on it and see how it is from there. And basically I want to cook this not just for the eggplant purposes, but I want the cheese to be just ridiculously bubbly, gooey, and a hot, delicious, cheesy mess. So that's what I'm looking for. Be back when it's done. All right, y'all, we nearly there on the eggplant, but I want to show y'all something because I know y'all saw the mister who was in the kitchen behind me when we first started this little segment. He was making this, okay? He said, is it rid of red sauce? Say less. He made his version of crazy bread. Some garlic, sesame seeds, Parmesan cheese, all the butter, and it's delicious. Y'all see, there was a taste testing happening right here. Okay, all right, let me get this eggplant out the oven. Ooh, y'all see that? I just pulled it out the oven. It's still bubbling a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna garnish it with a little bit of parsley and let it sit for a spell because it's more than hot lava right now. So I'm gonna treat it a little like lasagna and just give it like 5 to 10 minutes to settle down before I put it on a plate. Well, hold on. All right, there it is, all garnished up. Now let's get it in a plate. All right, y'all, there it is. You see? Can you see that? Got our bread made by the husband. And we got our delightful eggplant 2 cheese bake. All right, see y'all in the next one.